Welcome back to Red Ted Art, and today we're going to show you how to make some of these really simple tissue paper and lollipop flowers. They make lovely little gifts on Mother's Day or Valentine's or just because, or they're a great way to brighten up things when it's dreary and grey outside. It's quite rainy here today, so you might be able to hear the rain in the background, so hopefully these will cheer us up. Now, to make your tissue paper flower, they're so easy to make, you'll see. What you need is a lollipop. Today I've got a yellow one. You need a little bit of green paper. You need some tissue paper. I've got some scraps here actually. A pencil. Oh, where's the pencil? Can't show you. There we go, pencil. Something to draw circles with. Tape. Here we go. And scissors. So, those are the things you need. I'm going to move this down a little bit now so you can see what we're actually doing. So firstly, I start off by drawing. So I'm going to take two sheets. They're already sort of in squares just because that's the size they happen to be in. Take two sheets. I'm going to use my stencil, which is just a little small bowl, and I'm going to draw a circle. It doesn't have to be very accurate, to be honest, like that. So I've got a very rough circle. Cut it out. Like that. You can see it doesn't have to be super neat. It's just to get a rough size. In fact, if you use ovals, it works as well. So this is a great craft for any age group really to do because you don't have to be super neat. So that's two of them. Now I need two slightly smaller circles. I'm going to take two pieces of tissue paper again. To be honest, if I'm not doing this on camera, I'm usually quite neat. And I try and get my circles as close to the edge as possible so I can save the as much tissue paper as possible. This time I'm using the underneath simply because it's a little bit smaller. So it's good to have two circles a bit bigger and two circles a bit smaller. So these ones are slightly smaller. Not a lot smaller, just a little bit. And again, just cut them out roughly. It doesn't have to be super neat. And it doesn't matter too much that you can see the pencil marks. But you can, if you're using lighter tissues, like say a white flower, you might want to cut it a little bit neater so you don't see the pencil marks. So now you've got the two smaller ones and the two bigger ones. You put the bigger ones at the bottom, smaller ones at the top. And now you take your lollipop and you can either push it through, or I think it's a bit neater if you cut a tiny little hole, then it won't tear all over the place. Just a tiny one like this, look. Don't cut your fingers. Little hole, push it in. That's the beginning of your flower. You can already see it coming. So you scrunch up the first sheet and the second sheet, like that, and the third, like that, and then the fourth. So you already have the basic flower. And depending on how big your circles are, look at that, isn't that sweet? Now you take your green piece of paper, and you can either draw it or cut it freehand. I like to cut it freehand because it's not that exact. But you might find it easier to draw it first. Just draw a leaf shape like that. Let's see. Here we go. So you've got your leaf like that. And again, I'm going to cut a little hole at the bottom. Just to, so if you cut it, you're basically avoiding it tearing and making a big mess, if that makes sense. So cut a little hole like that with my scissors. Push it in. There you go, you can see your basic flower ready. And now you want it all to hold in place. Right, push it up right to the end like that. And now you need to get your tape. I'm just going to take this end bit off because it's got the you know, the sticky bit on it. So cut a bit of tape, maybe about this much, like that. And then all you do is at the bottom, oh, there's a pattern at the bottom of this paper. You just stick it round like this and you literally just go, it looks messy but don't worry about it. You just go like this. Just don't catch the tissue paper, wrap it round, wrap it round, wrap it round, wrap it round, and there you have your lollipop flower. So it's really quite easy. I'm going to lift up a little bit again so you can compare it to the others. Now that the camera's up, here's your red flower with a yellow centre, your pink one, and it's all done. And they were super easy to make, less than 5 minutes, and super pretty. You can make loads in a go. You can even have a whole bouquet of them. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Anyway, If you like what you saw today, tell your friends about it. Don't forget to subscribe. We have regular videos here on Redhead Art, and we'd love to see you again soon. Bye bye, and happy lollipop making.